03.
You guys have every right to seek counsel and not let us in. I'm just telling you what I can tell you off of my own experience and what I know is happening right now. That's all I can do, okay? And what's your attorney's name?
Chris Tredico.
Okay. So, well, I gave that to her, and hopefully they can contact each other. Guys, you don't even have to explain it to me, okay? I totally understand it. I understand the frustration on
a fast, easy decision to make.
100%. And like I said, you have every right to call an attorney. You have every right to say no. I'm not going to say like you have to say one way or the other. All I can do is, what I'm trying to do right here is kind of mediate so you understand, because this is my experience. Okay, I've done this quite a few times, so I can tell you what I've dealt with. And with school threats, it is kind of like a black to white, like that. Either we are or we're not. And if they can't decide, then they're going to probably waver with, yes, we are going to call charges. That tends to be what happens.
I feel like the DA was saying that this was like a pattern of behavior for him, which is not what's thriving.
I'm just waiting to hear back. Sergeant Hill has reached out to the DA, so.
Sorry, I'm trying to say K, and it keeps on autocorrecting to I.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, Hill's calling that. I told him I would talk to Otto and what Otto said, and Sergeant Hill's calling him back right now.
Okay. Okay. So now it's, like I said, it's just a waiting game, and
because he's like, the felony charge, or there's a misdemeanor charge if we don't search the house. Instead of going the felony route, maybe we go the misdemeanor route, just do the Texas Education Code Class A misdemeanor instead of doing that felony terroristic threat. So Hill's going to call and run it down to him in case we have to file a charge. Maybe we can get it as a misdemeanor instead of a felony.
Well, the way that they're running it right now, the way that a terroristic threat, I guess there is an enhancement for. Is that what it is?
Terroristic threat is what the DA is looking at taking right now.
Okay.
There's another Texas Education Code, 37.125, that just says it's a misdemeanor to make a threat to bring a gun into a school. It's Class A misdemeanor.
Okay. So I think with the school shooting thing, that probably is the subsection that they're referring to. Terroristic threat, in my experience, is usually a Class A, honestly, because it's usually like a threat of violence or something.
Yeah, Class A. It usually is a Class A terroristic threat, but I don't know.
Yeah, so that's what I'm guessing. I mean.
A Class A meaning misdemeanor?
Yeah, so misdemeanor and felony. So if you're like looking at it as a ladder, the lowest Class C ticket, right? You get a ticket, that's a Class C misdemeanor. Then you go B, A, and then you go into felony realm, which is like, I'm gonna guess probably what we call state jail felony, which is the smallest of felonies.
If it was a felony, it'd be a state jail.
I'll look it up.
Sure.
I'm sure I have a reference for it.
Then there's third, second, first, and then of course like capital.
Yeah.
Really, that's what I was just telling Miss Benight. She was like, "Where are we?" I said, "I thought we'd be done by now, because I thought I'd just be writing the report and be done."
Yeah.
That's what happened with the other 3 that we already had. Now, don't get me wrong, I take this serious, and I'm frustrated that these kids keep making these comments inside the school. It's not funny. I'm tired of boys making these jokes.
But out of all these cases.
But on the other ones, pretty much we just rolled them up. We were done. Off we went. So I thought I'd be probably finishing up the report by about now and rolling on, but we're stuck in the OODA loop here, so.
So the other 3, are you saying that they allowed the search of your house, and that's why?
Okay. Detectives cleared the house. We cleared the deal. We called them. We said the school's going to discipline. We don't find them to be a threat. DA refused charges. I wrote the report. It was done. But right now, DA is concerned that, why aren't we searching the house? Is there something that's been hidden there? Is there?
Because legally it's not necessary, according
Yeah, and you know, I'll tell you this, lawyers are always going to side on that side.
Always.
I totally understand that, and like, I mean, they're right in a lot of circumstances.
I mean, they
How
are
can-
right.
how
You
can
have the
it's
right to
against
refuse it.
It's against your penal interest. They don't want you doing anything.
It
that
is against your
sounds
penal
like,
interest.
because
I don't
you're-
think it's against. I don't think it's to your best interest, but it is against your penal interest.
Yeah.
He's right.
Yeah, so that's always the route they're gonna take is like, hey.
They're
how
always
do-
gonna say, "Don't let them search you. Don't let them pat you down." And you're like, "Well, I should have just let them pat me down because I didn't even have a gun. I could have gone home." Oh yeah, no, don't. We'll fight it in court. Of course, that's how they make money. But whatever. You need to do whatever your attorney tells you to do. The bad part is I'm afraid your attorney's backing you into a corner that's gonna end up with him being arrested, and that's what we don't want.
But the problem, the balance here is like, you're depending on an expert, so like you guys, you don't want to supersede that. Most people don't want to
I get
supersede
that.
so it's kind of on you what you guys want to do. So.
Yeah, and, I think that's the other piece. Is we're all depending on experts. We're depending on experts of character, and that doesn't go that far either. So we're hoping that you guys would know who he is and how he is.
I don't know him, unfortunately,
Well, I wish-
That's what I'm saying.
but I wish I did. But
maybe administration, teachers, any
it's
of
a
those
big
things.
school, and
Yeah,
he's a
absolutely.
good kid, and
Absolutely.
unfortunately, we don't know the good kids. You always end up knowing the bad kids more, right?
I feel like the DA was making a comment that
Yes.
this is a pattern of behavior for him. I don't understand that one.
That his friend said that. His friend said he makes jokes like this all the time. That he kind of has this kind of a darker sense of humor. That he makes jokes like this that are random and odd
Yeah.
often.
But do you think he's taking that as interpreting like he's making shoot jokes all the
Threats,
time?
yeah.
Because, I mean, inappropriate could be a whole lot of things that are
Here's
not
what he
really.
said. Clear the house, make sure it's safe, and he can't come to school and kill kids, and I won't worry about it. If I can't verify that he doesn't have access to come back and harm children, I can't feel good about letting him go home. So I'm going to accept the charge.
So if we allow it, does he stay here? Does he go
Yeah.
with us?
Nope,
He
he'd
has
stay
to
here.
stay here until it's all done.
One of y'all can stay with him. It's up to you. We just want to make sure his room doesn't have any hidden, crazy, weird stuff. He'll look at the guns, and if he says, "Hey, I think you should put a lock on that case," then you put a lock on the case.
If his room is clean, does he get extra bonus points for being a
Heck yeah, at least in my books, because
good for
I
high
promise
school.
you, if you go in and his room's spotless, then you're doing better than me, because I can tell you my 17-year-old isn't spotless right now.
Did you hang up your clothes?
Did you make your bed?
His bed is made, guaranteed.
He said no.
You never
Well,
unmake your bed.
Yeah, he never
You sleep
unmakes
on
his
top of
bed.
your
He sleeps
covers.
on top of his
Does
bed.
that too, and uses a blanket. I'm like, you're so lazy. That is so lazy. I make fun of mine all the time for that. She'll do that. I'm like, why are you laying on top of your comforter?
Right.
Although we don't have to make my bed. Could you be more lazy, kiddo?
For sure. You don't know if there's any communication between Chris and
I don't know who Chris is. Hello? Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course.
This is considered not just the AP office, but also the principal's office.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the principal's office, there's the principal's office all the way up to the front.
Why? Oh, that's
Correct.
Gabriel's? Yeah. Thank you. My kid left his phone. Kid kills me. It's the second time we've done this year. He's lucky that he finds it. He's lucky that he has nice, because it's the second time in the same class with the same kid, and like he gets rid of the phone.
Okay.
That's not, oh, it's not free. Yeah.
I already told him mine.
Yeah.